Okay, I didn't think I would be making this video, but I got a text a while ago from my brother to say that the actor Jason David Frank has sadly passed away at the age of 49. If that name doesn't sound familiar to some people, he played the Green Ranger and the White Ranger in Power Rangers. And obviously most people know that. Obviously, it's a Japanese series, but what they usually do is that when obviously they're wearing the suits, it's the Japanese actors, and obviously when they take off the mask, it kind of isn't. So he's not technically the original Green Ranger or White Ranger, obviously in the UK and everywhere outside of Japan. Obviously, that's who we would have known the characters that he's played. And then obviously they made 2 Power Ranger live action movies which he starred in as well. It's kind of it's not kind of, it's really sad news to like kind of hear about this, because I remember watching him in the show, and then he was one of my favourite characters. Was the character he played, Tommy Oliver, where Rita Repulsa turned him evil as the Green Ranger. And then I remember when they did that reveal of him coming back as the White Ranger, I mean, that was absolutely awesome. So he was one of my favorite characters in the actual show. And you know, I mean, it's people, celebrities have died in a week. The first being obviously Kevin Conroy, the voice of Batman stroke Bruce Wayne, and then now the sad news of Jason David like Frank, obviously sadly passing away at the age of 49. It's been reported that he committed suicide, and so you know, like we'll kind of never know what was going on in his personal life. But you know, it's really horrible to, you know, to hear about you know, like people, you know, like you see people who you think are alright, but deep down inside that they're kind of not. I mean, when it comes to that subject matter, I mean, I know of that all too well, because I might suffer from depression myself, and then with the diabetes, that also increases your level of you know, of suffering from of having those thoughts. But luckily, it's you know, like for me, it's like having the family support around you that, for me, that's helped me. And so what I would say is that if you are suffering from suicidal thoughts, or you know of somebody, please don't feel ashamed or embarrassed to, you know, to talk to a professional, or even your friends, if you're going through a dark time, because losing one life is one life too many in my book. And I know that people for example, put a stigma on mental health, and or don't take it seriously, or you know, don't take mental health seriously and say, oh, it's just nothing, you can just shake it off. And the thing is, you can't. Some people are more strongly willed than others, and then if you know, people are stigmatized onto feeling that if you go and seek help, or to see a psychiatrist or whoever, that you're a psychopath. And you know, this is wrongful stigma in wanted to sit there to get help. And it's, to me, there's nothing to be ashamed of. So as I said before, if you're somebody that's suffering, please don't feel ashamed that I'm going to see your doctor, or the Samaritans, or wherever in the world, to get help. Because as I said, I kind of go through it. I have somebody that I talk to, you know, to get things off of my chest, and I would say it really does help. And there was a time when I wouldn't have done it, but then when I've started hearing the horror stories of what happened, you know, it's like you have to kind of do something, you know, to try and help with this stuff. So yeah, as I said before, please, if you feel in that way, please talk to somebody. I mean, don't ever feel ashamed. And my thoughts go out to Jason David Frank's family, because they must be really hurting right now, and all the people that have worked with him. So yeah, although I don't know him personally, I mean, I am, from my stories I've heard, that he's a really kind and nice guy, and taking his time out to talk to, the people that are fans of him. I am gonna miss him. So rest in peace, Jason David Frank.